Alright folks, and for today's tutorial we are going to learn how to strum the calypso pattern on the guitar. Right? So what happens is, prior to that we want to talk about what is my right hand technique whenever I'm doing a strumming pattern. Do I just use my index finger for both down and up stroke? Do I just use my thumb for both a down and up stroke? Or do I kind of use a plectrum? Right? So before I move into that, let me just play an example for you using very basic chords, and this is the calypso pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. C, that's a C chord right there. Switch over to a G chord, then an A minor, and an F chord. Alright, so first of all, let's just talk about the right hand posture. Alright, now whenever I try and strum the calypso pattern, what I'm doing is I tend to use a two-fingered technique on the right hand when I'm doing the strumming. So when I'm playing a downstroke, I'm always going to use the nail side of my index finger. So if I'm playing a C chord on my left hand, right there, that's my C chord. So check this out, I'm just going to start strumming from the 5th string and just drag downwards. That's what we have, right? Drag downwards. Okay, so that's what we do. Now when I'm playing an upstroke, as opposed to using my index finger and dragging up, do take note, I kind of flip over to the nail side of my thumb and play an upstroke. Right there. Alright? So, downward motion, it's with the nail of my index finger. And then an upstroke, it's with the nail of my thumb. Alright? So there's always this slight difference when you're trying to do an upstroke, because an upstroke requires you to hit only about 2 or 3 strings as opposed to striking all 5 strings of the C chord. So a downward motion, you get all 5, but for an upward strum, you're only hitting about 2 or 3 strings. Right? So if you look at my right hand, this is kind of how it looks like. Downward motion, index finger protrudes, and then once you do an upward strum, then the thumb kind of protrudes, right? So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what we have. Alright? Again, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so that's basically the right hand technique that I'm using whenever I'm doing a downward strum and also an upward strum. So I kind of alternate between the index finger and the thumb. Right? Okay, so next thing is, let's talk about the calypso pattern. So this is how it sounds like again. 1, 2, 3, go. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. Again, let me just slow it down. 3, 4, and down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright? So now let's try and break the calypso patterns into every single beat. Alright? So on the first count, what we have is only a regular downstroke. So 1. Alright? So keep it simple first. 1 will be a downstroke. Now, the next 2 strums is going to happen on 2N, beats 2N. So which means you have to play down, up. Alright, again, beats 2N, down, up. So if I were to try and link the first beat and the second beat, this is how it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, down, up. Alright? Again, if I count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up. Again, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, and. Alright? Once more. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, and. Alright? So that's what we have. And now, the tricky part about right after doing your upstroke on beats 2N is you have to do a ghost strum. Okay? Now, what does a ghost strum means? It means that when you're doing this downward motion, you're only executing the motion, but you are not striking the string. Okay? So let me just repeat that. A ghost strum means you have the downward motion, but you are not striking the string. So for example, down, down, up, ghost. Okay, so you see that my right hand moves towards the first string, but I'm not striking any of the string. Alright, so check this out. 3, 4, down, down, up, ghost. That's what we have. Okay, so that's the downward ghost strum. And right after that downward ghost strum, we have an upstroke again. And remember, for every upstroke, we are using the thumb, the nail side of your thumb. Okay, so let's try this out. We have 3 beats thus far. Down, down, up, ghost, up. Okay, so try and see if you're able to follow me. 1, 2, 3, C chord, go, and down, down, up, goes, up. Again, 1, 2, 3, go, and down, down, up, goes, up. Alright? So, now we've done the first 3 beats of the Calypso pattern. Down, down, up, goes, up. Okay, now what happens is the last 2 strums is going to be very straightforward. In fact, it's the same right hand pattern as the second beat, which means that you just have to play down, up on the 4th count. So in context, this is how it sounds like. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Again, let me slow it down for you. 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Alright? Again. 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So, if you were to just recite this pattern by the direction, this is how it sounds like. Okay? 3, 4, and down, down, up, goes, up, down, up, down, down, up, goes, up, down, up. Once more. 3, go, and down, down, up, goes, up, down, 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 up, goes, up, down, up. Alright? Cool. Now once you get the that right hand pattern and you're able to kind of play while you're counting, then it's time for you to try and get a couple of chords in. So you could try a C chord on your left hand, followed by a G chord, an A minor chord, and just keep it simple by playing an F major 7 first. Alright, so check this out. That's how the C chord looks like. You have your index finger on the 1st fret of your 2nd string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 4th string, and you've got your ring finger on the 3rd fret of your 5th string. Right? That's a C chord. And then for the G chord, check this out. I'm using a 4-fingered G chord. So my index finger is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. My middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now, if you look closely at my ring finger, it's on the 3rd fret of my 2nd string, and my pinky is on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Alright, so it's a 4-fingered G chord. And the 3rd chord that you can try and use is an A minor chord. So for the A minor chord, I have my index finger on the first fret of your second string, middle finger on the second fret of your fourth string, and then the ring finger on the second fret of your third string. Alright? And just to keep things simple, the last chord, we're going to play an F major 7, which means you have your index on the first fret of your second string again, middle finger on the second fret of your third string, and then last but not least, the ring finger on the third fret of your fourth string. Okay, so as you play through those chords with the calypso pattern, you just have to be aware of the number of strings that you should be striking. Alright, now a C chord is a 5-string chord. So what you want to try and do is to make sure that when you're doing your downstroke, you're only striking 5 strings, right, from here down. The G chord is going to be a 6-string chord. So you're going to strike from the 6th string all the way down. The A minor chord is going to be a 5-string chord again. So from the 5th string, strum down. And last but not least, the F major 7 chord is going to be starting from the 4th string right here. Alright? So check this out. If I try and link those 4 chords, you can play 2 rounds of calypso for each of those chord shapes. Okay? C, G, A minor, and the F major 7 chord. Alright? Practice slowly and just make sure that whenever you transit the chords of your left hand, you want all your fingers to touch down simultaneously. Alright? So as opposed to playing index, middle, then ring, you want all 3 fingers to touch down the string at the same time. So C, G, A minor, F major 7. Alright? So, for example, from the A minor chord going to the F major 7 chord, take note that the index finger becomes your anchor finger because they share the same fret and string. So what I do there is I just keep the index finger right there and flip these 2 fingers to form the F major 7. Alright, so here goes. Check this out. I'm going to play these 4 chords. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, go. Down, down, up, up, down, up. C again. Down, up, down, up. G, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. A minor, down, up, down, 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 up, down, F major 7, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Again, C, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. A minor, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. Alright folks, so I hope that helps. That is your right hand strumming technique and how do you play the calypso pattern using C, G chord, A minor, as well as the F major 7. Alright, hope that helps. Enjoy and goodbye.